Hello, jireh PSI. And if I pronounce this wrong, please correct me after the video. My name is Harry Ruin, and I work and am also the manager and the owner of Enhanced SEO Solutions. So today I am here to give away valuable information on how to improve your business and get clients calling you for your services. Now, before I start, I want to state that I am a true believer in giving value to my customers before offering any type of service. And if you like what I showed you today, then, please give me a call. But if not, then, take this information that I'm giving you today as a way to improve your own business. Now, this is a rhetorical question, but it's necessary to ask. So, have you ever thought about how some commercial businesses were able to get to such a massive size in such a short period of time? Well, I'll let you know that this is not by coincidence. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you needed a product or a service? Well, the first thing that people generally would do is use Google, right? Google is the biggest search engine in the world today, and how you are found is the difference between one person or 100 people calling you for your services. And we're talking about every day here. So Google captures about 71% of the web's traffic. And so I already have done some research on you and some of your competitors, right? So this is Google here, right? So you do house sightings, right? And this is in San Francisco, right? Like we're just using San Francisco today as an example, right? Because it's also one of the biggest cities, and also, some of the biggest house sighting companies are probably in the city, right? So the three things that I want to talk about is content, relevant keywords or buyer intent keywords, however you want to put it, and backlinks, right? So I already have done some research. So like this is your website here, right? And it's a beautiful website, right? I took your competitors, which is the molding company, right, in the number 3 spot, and GVD Renovations, right, and that's the number 4 spot, right? So we'll talk about these two later, but these are directories. Yelp is a directory. It's not your competitor, right? Like it's a directory, just like Google, right? And Angie's List, and even then they are still using Google. So we'll talk about these above in a bit, right? These are ads, which we can talk about later. But generally, the one with the most customers are within this top page here, right? This number 3, number 4 spot, right? Even if you're ranked within the first 10, I would say that you would get a decent amount of customers, right? So content, right? The number one thing I talked about was content. The second thing is buyer intent keywords or relevant keywords, and the last thing is backlinks. So right here, I would say that you have content, but not too much content, right? And you have the About Me page, right? And basically, your website is beautifully designed, but I would say it needs work, right? So let's look at one of your competitors, which I took from House Molding Company, right? So this is the molding company, right? So look at this. This is a lot of content, right? Because within pages and pages, there's lots of words that displays the amount of content on that page, right? And although your page has a little bit of content, it doesn't compare to the amount of content on this page, right? So, and they have columns and columns and columns, right? So this is the stuff you need on your website, which is content. And it goes from pictures to the amount of words on your website. And overall, compared to your competitors, right, this is one of them. The other one is GVD Renovations, right? Look at the amount of content, right? That's a lot of content, right? And why this matters is because Google has a backend system called the Google crawler, and They crawl through the page 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they go through every single website, right? And they check content, right? And the type of services you provide. And generally, the more content you have, the more of a professional you are in their eyes. And the higher you get moved up the Google ladder, right? This is one of the factors. The second factor, right, is relevant keywords, right? Words, it could be, kitchen remodeling, right? It depends which one's in demand, obviously, right? People that need type of services, siding could be one, right? Or remodeling for a kitchen, right? Or any of these things are buyer intent keywords, right? And I want to show your status right here. You have 0, right? And 0 backlinks, 0 reference, close to 0 of almost everything, right? And basically, the more keywords you have, which is this section, the more you get pushed up the ladder. Now let's look at your competitors, right? He has 12,000 keywords, 12,000.3K, right? And then let's look at the other competitor, right? This is the molding company. The other one is GVD, right? And this one also has 12,000. Wow, that's insane. The other one's 12,000.3. This one is 12,000.8, right? So let's see the amount of people calling for his services, or at least checking out their websites per day. You see, this is like per day, right? This is 10,000, and this is per day, right? January 10th, 11, 12, 14, 15th, right? It's 10,000 almost every day, right? And compared to your website, you have 0 coming in, right? And 0 keywords, right? So if you build a website with lots of content, right, and the amount of keywords ranked for that website, right, I would like to state you have to do this properly. If you don't do this properly, then the website can go backwards. Instead of doing good to your website, it does harm to your website, right? And the last thing I want to discuss, right? So the first thing I discussed was content. Second thing was relevant keywords or buyer intent keywords. The last thing is backlinks, right? You have 2 backlinks. This is your website right here, right? jireh PSI, right? Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. So the other competitors were GVD Renovations, right? And he has 12,000 keywords. He also has 3,900 backlinks, right? Let's check out the other one. 2,600 backlinks, right? So I would like to say not every backlink is treated equal. You need to get good ones, and if you don't get good ones, it does more harm than good, right? See, this guy only has 2,600, but look at the amount. He has 18,000, 19,000, right? 20,000. This is like almost double the other one, but the other one has almost close to double the amount of backlinks, and this guy's only hardly getting 10,000, some of them 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. So you need to do this properly, and my company does this for you. And a website with no traffic, which is yours right here, right, has never worked with a marketer, right? I want to state the importance of building out that website, right? The more content you have, the better ranking you can get onto that number 1 page, right? To get all the amount of customers coming to you, right? It becomes an asset, right? It becomes something you keep, right? And I would say, like, some of these bigger companies, all they have to do is maintain, right? And once they get up there, right, they just pay a flat fee maintaining the website with all the amount of traffic, or the amount of clients calling them, or customers calling them for their services. And it seems like here they only recently build up to that size, right? It keeps growing, right? And what we do is we help you get up there, and we maintain that position for you, right? So the last thing I want to leave you with is build out this website, because this is definitely not enough content, right? Like, you have a home page, you have an about me page, but that's it, right? Like, we've seen the other competitors have a lot more than you. 2 is put proper buyer intent keywords or relevant keywords. And the way we do things is we optimize those keywords for you. Obviously, you can try doing this yourself, but you wouldn't know what type of keywords to rank for, right? And I took a lot of time to learn all this stuff, right? I've been doing this for 3-4 years, and like I said to you before, I stopped working at my corporate job to focus on something for myself, because we do great work. So yeah, 2 is obviously have relevant keywords built out. And lastly, we want you to get backlinks, right, to power your website, right, which you only have 2 at the moment. So yeah, I hope today what I have discussed is helpful to you. I'm here to help smaller growing businesses educate and help with growth. And if you like what I showed you today, then I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great afternoon.